So allow me to get everything underway. If you're following on Instagram, you can follow on my page, Analytical Concepts. It's public again. Behave yourselves. Don't make me have to check you. Second of all, we're doing this on Riverside. So you will get this episode of me in True once I publish it and we get it all done and doing all the good stuff that we got to do. But so let me just give the introduction. If you've ever listened to one of my podcasts, you know I have a nice little way of introducing people. So now a lot of folks in the world, they sit there and they frown up at people who have a foot fetish. But I tell people all the time, there's some of the coolest people out there that you'll ever get to know. They're not one-track minded. They actually have a very brilliant business mind. So bring it to the stage, coming to the mic, is True. What's going on? So what's up to everybody?
Hi everyone, how are you? Sorry, it's my first time, so I'm a little shy. Well, not
Okay.
shy, I'm a little nervous.
Little nervous?
Just a tad, but
right.
You know what? I got it.
It's all right.
How is everybody doing?
Everybody seems to be doing well that's live.
So yeah, everybody on my side of live is on and they're all being supportive and everything like that. So I'm excited. Right. Yes, I'm very excited. This is going to be a really big adventure that I'm taking on, and it's going to be remarkable. And I'm excited. For those who don't,
okay, that's okay. Breathe. You got this.
Let me just first introduce myself. So I'm True. I actually am an Instagram foot model as well as an influencer and a voice advocate for a lot of people. So I do like extra therapy work along with understanding the foot world, the foot community, the kink world as well. So yes, it's a very interesting world, and a lot of people do frown on it because they find it weird, they find it gross, and they find it just kind of like offhanded, disgusting, which, to each their own.
Mm-hmm.
To each their own, but you can't really say anything until you try it. And honestly, the only reason why people who find their feet gross is because they don't take care of their feet.
Exactly.
Okay? Exactly. All right? The only reason why anybody would find that their feet is gross or disdain is because you don't take care of your feet. I don't have a feet fetish, but I appreciate for somebody to want to take care of themselves health-wise. A lot of people get the misconcept of, oh, okay, you like feet. You like feet. What's there to like? No, you should like your feet because feet is talking about your health.
Exactly. I think a lot of people are ashamed of it because, well, oh, that's so gross. Oh my God, you're a weirdo. But as I ask fellas, when you're all in there smashing, you throw a toe in your mouth, all of a sudden it's a little different, right? You find yourself saying, hey, babe, I like that nail polish on you. Yeah. Yeah. You secretly low key, like a lot of folks hate the Dallas Cowboys. You really love the team. You just like to talk shit. So don't knock people. Don't knock people.
Hey, and you know what? I'm telling you, sometimes that accidentally foot that goes in the mouth be getting a lot of interesting looks afterwards, and it's like, oh, that's the first, and then it's like, and and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, oh yeah, you like that? Oh, I know, yeah. The whole play goes into it, and like everything that you thought that you don't like, it goes out the window when it comes to that. And a lot of people just don't want to. I think they feel they self shame themselves.
Yep.
More often than they realize that they do.
See, hold on, I gotta get permission from the boss lady. Babe. No, it's nothing bad. Nothing bad. Hold on, let me mute this mic on Instagram. So, can we talk about your feet for a minute?
Ooh.
Okay. Well, you know what the hell. So when my wife and I first got together, she was like, not really into my feet. But she said, I see that you are into them. I'm like, because you have very beautiful feet. Nothing wrong with your feet. You know, I think I think some of us, like me personally, being a former athlete, learn you got to take care of your dogs.
You have to. It's it's sort of like an unspoken rule. And I think the only reason why men who do not play sports get the wrong concept
Yep.
that if you go into a nail salon, you become a wuss.
Right.
Oh, you a bitch.
Yeah.
How you gonna go up
You're a
into a
sissy.
nail salon? Why you gonna be a sissy about it? What? You like to get your nails done? What, you like to get them pink and all that stuff? And it's not even like that.
Nope. And I got to say what's up to a couple of my people on the live. My boy, Just Zoe Frost. Got to check his podcast out. And my homegirl, my manager, DLC for DLC Management. She handles all my content. That's if you see my stuff on Facebook, Instagram, wherever. That's her. She's uploading it. She's doing her thing.
But yeah, like people don't realize that a nail salon for women is the exact same thing as a barbershop for men.
Right?
All right?
Listen, I did something yesterday. I got a manicure. And let me tell you something. Fellas, if you're a professional, even if
Even
you're,
if you're not.
no, even if you're not, you're blue collar. Let's say you're a blue collar guy. Your hands are your money makers. So, and your feet too, because you're on your hand. You use your hands and you're on your feet. Go to that nail salon, sit down. Trust me, you get a pedicure. It's the best thing. I'm telling you, they massage your legs, not just your feet. They put lotion on you.
They cut your nails, they make them
Yes,
even, they take out all that gunk on on the very upper side, on the corners, the one that you I know y'all know this thing. I know y'all know that thing. All right, don't sit there and lie. Like all y'all be picking, okay? So don't sit here and don't be like, "Oh, I don't be picking my toes." Yes, y'all do.
yes, you do.
Yes,
Yes, you
y'all do.
do. Look, the lint from your socks get trapped up in there.
Which is we're not even gonna go there.
You're looking like you're trapping your dryer. Stop it. Stop it.
Right.
Go take care of yourself, your hands and your dogs.
Yes.
I'm not
You
as
guys
flexible
don't.
as her as
I'm
she
gonna
is.
tell you, me and Mike had this conversation one afternoon, and I had asked him. I was just like, "Let me ask you this: when you see a person in a wheelchair compared to a person whose arm has been amputated but can walk,
Right.
and then you see one person who's amputated one foot but they can still walk.
Mhm.
Out of the three people, whether it's women or men, but let's just say it's men, who do you think is living their best?
The person who has their legs.
Actually, two out of three.
2 out of 3. Yep.
Two out
Okay.
of three. Because you know why? Men are known to go out to work, to form a structure, to build a base structure for their family. Think of your legs as your structure, as your family, for your body. If you lose that, your morale for your mental and your psyche completely stops. You don't want to get up because you can't. Your mobility has been taken away from you. Your freedom to walk around is being taken away from you. A person that does not have an arm can still move, can still do things, can still grab things, can still drive. They can still get anywhere they want to. And if they can't reach something, they just ask somebody, which is fine. But for a person who's in a wheelchair, to get back and forth, to get here and there, to get in and out of bed. It's a task. And if you're a man and you got pride, you have ego, what's the one thing men hate doing? Besides taking out the trash. Besides taking out the trash, what's the one thing men don't like to do?
Tell them.
Ask for help.
Pride's a real motherfucker.
Ask for help. It is their most handicap that they falter onto. You don't want to because you're the man. That's what man is supposed to do. We don't ask for help. I got this. Okay. Remember to read the manual? What manual? What? I don't need no manual. Woman. While she's in the back doing this.
Yeah, we don't need help.
Right. And then when we go over there, we check. Everything looks all good, right? Until she does this one of this. So yes, it becomes a domino effect. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But today, besides talking about my career, there is one ginormous adventure that I am fulfilling and about to take feet. I'm sorry. I have to.
Right. Oh.
It was the pun. No, so take feet. Basically, I'm embarking on deciding that I'm gonna open up an entire platform dedicated for men.
Dig it.
And it is going to be called True FBI. Now, no, it does not mean the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
First thing people are going to.
Right. They're just like, wait, what? Isn't there the CIA already? And everything. So now they want to add something else. Like, no, this is actually, I came up with this entire thing while I was sitting on one of my live one afternoon talking to a bunch of my fans and everything. And we were just all, just shooting the can, hitting random topics like I always do.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat there and I was just like, because I have to hear a lot of people ask, hi.
That's my son. He's
Hey, your son.
Yes, my son.
Your son hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Your dad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This is Dad. So now the podcast is official because Evan has made it. He's officially in it. So, hi.
It's very nice to meet you.
Hey, Dad.
All right, go play.
Hold it.
Yep, I
I'm
shall.
talking about your dad. It was Spike.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
Well, as I tell people, a lot of folks like, well, you got to find a quiet place. It's kind of hard because my son is autistic, so he's going, he does his thing. We just kind of have to redirect him, but he gets it. So,
hey, I have a 5-year-old.
Yes.
Okay. Believe it or not. Okay, let me let me make sure that everybody knows I'm not a 25-year-old girl. Though I might look the part, I am a 36-year-old mom, single mom with 3 kids. And my 2 eldest are already graduated high school. And I have a 5-year-old son that's in kindergarten. So let me just make that out there that I'm not as young as I look. It's a false advertisement, everybody. Okay? False advertisement, but yes. So the platform is called True FBI. So the FBI, which I gave it a lot of thought when I named it, or when I thought of the brand. and how it would look and where it would go and everything like that. I made sure that I hit all the points before I decided on this. So FBI actually stands for Feet Bureau of Intelligence.
So look, you can't come after Federal Bureau of Investigation. She just told you all, because I know you listen to these lives and you see
Yes.
what we do. Proof that we know that they listen to the lives. My brother Sean just hopped in on the live on my end, and we talked about this before, that people, they watch us, so you can't go after her.
You can't go after me because I made sure. And then on top of that, you have to say the word true. You have to say my name because it's branded by me. So you actually have to say it's true FBI. And then when you say it all out, it's true.
Now, but what I like about this, though, when we discussed this leading up to the interview, is, fellas, this is on you to keep this up and clean. You got to keep the community clean.
Yes, there's a reason why. So the word intelligence is not intelligence, okay? It's actually gents, short for gentlemen. And is exactly where this comes into play. So it's a platform just for men, membership, 21 and over, because I want this site to groom men. Because we already know you got the bronze. Some of y'all a little questionable on the brains. Okay. But you guys are known to be big, strong, tough men. But now I want to groom the men to be a little more gentle, and when they do, to come in a little more smarter. So you're coming in as gentlemen, giving your intelligence to the world on your platform given to you.
Now, this is a first of its kind, too.
Yes, this is the first of its kind. There are no females. I am not allowing females to work in the company. The only female would be me or my assistant, which is my daughter. But in general wise, I'm just foreseeing the day to day while I have the men that I pick, which, by the way, it's going to be governed, and it's a nonprofit organization because I am going to have veterans come in to work, war veterans as well too. Anyone that has a disability that needs a job, that wants a job, then come. This is where you can start. This is where you want to restart. This is a place where you don't have to feel shaded or feel shamed for a kink, for liking something, for being someone else. It's a place where you can find a brother, a friend, and a wiser person, someone that you can just look up to. I hear a lot of men on live and these spaces on Twitter complaining about, oh man, all these young boys, they don't have no respect. They're so rude. They're this, they're that. Like their parents don't know how to teach them and blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? Aren't you a man? Can't you lay the line down?
Well, I was about to say that a lot of guys complain about the young men, and they know a lot of young men don't have the right examples because, well, the very same people who are complaining are doing a lot of the offending.
Right. How do you expect them to feel or want to be when you're constantly feeling as if it's a dick battle all the time?
Right.
All the time. Shouldn't you just be happy that, dude, you're not in the street doing drugs?
Mm-hmm.
You have a house, you have a family, you have something that most people in this world thrived for it and can't even get to it, and that's happiness. The one thing
Yeah.
that every guy, every man, every human being on this world wants. You have it, but yet you shoot people down for it. You make it as a mockery, like it's supposed to make them weak. It's not. Happiness does not make you weak.
And what's amazing me right now, and this is something that my brother Sean and I had talked about before, is happiness, men's mental health.
Right.
And it's amazing how when as men, we say this is what we need, it gets overlooked. And it's not a slight on you, of course, but as a woman, you say, hey, look, the guys are suffering. I'm going to do A, B, and C. And all of a sudden, everyone wants to jump up on it. And I say this: I don't give a damn if it's about having a kink or whatever. It's the simple fact that you're trying to get men to come sit down, govern something, but also be able to reach out to one another and say, "Hey, I'm having a bad day, bro," and that's pretty damn cool.
I mean, I know I'm gonna get about it on the women front. It's like, how could you? Why are you not for women? I am for women, but I'm also for men. I am pro-human. How about that? How about that? I'm not pro-women or pro-men. I am pro-human. Be one of that. Be one of that, and then come and talk to me.
I can respect that. I can honestly respect that, because you just said something really big, and it's you have pro men, pro women. Everybody's at each other's throat. It's a battle of the sexes. And and I'll say this, you may agree, may disagree. A lot of folks hated Kevin Samuels. But if you go back and listen to what he's saying, is he lying? Is he wrong? Because he never made it about the sexes. He just pointed out a lot of things that people don't want to talk about.
Because why? Because you're looking at a 360 view of yourself that you don't want to admit. I call it the 3 myths. Okay?
Okay.
You ready?
Let's go.
Admit. Omit. Submit. Why? Because to be something, you have to admit to yourself that you are that thing. Correct?
All
You're
right.
an alcoholic. What is the first thing they tell you got to tell yourself?
You're an alcoholic.
You're an alcoholic. So you got to come to what? Admission. Right?
Yep. You have to admit
Second, omission is now on you, on yourself. You owe it to yourself to admit yourself into changing. Submission is when you completely let go of your own control and actually do it. Admission, omission, submission. If you can't even do any of that, whatever it is that you wanted to do, you're never going to be able to fully successfully obtain it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you yourself, you know what you yourself can't do? You can't even love yourself for your flaws. 2 words today: flaw and less. You can't accept your flaws. You can't love your flaws. But if you can admit to that and say that, you know what? My flaws don't make me any less of a man, but it makes me flawless of a human man. And if you could do that, you can walk with dignity and pride. And that is something that everyone as a human being should take that onto themselves, to love their true self. And that's what I want this platform to be. Men shaming themselves, women shaming men because they're too sensitive. You're taking it too much. Like, you're getting into your feelings. You're emotional. Like, why are you being like this? Like, grow up. Pull up your pants. Grab your cojones. When's your balls? All this other shit. But yet, you damn them. you don't accept them. Because why? Because you're hurt because of them. They're hurt because of you. So your communication line sucks. Admit it. There's too much grudge. There's too much hateful. Nobody wants to understand. Everybody thinks that they're listening, but they're not because they're not comprehending. So it's a constant battle. But then it comes down to the fact that you don't even love yourself enough.
That's the key thing. Self-love. Self-love. I think a lot of us as we can't admit to ourselves that we have a problem. So
that's where the flaws.
Yeah.
That's where the flaws come in.
Oh, I look, I've been there. Drove myself batshit crazy. Found myself in a nice little place for a week or two, getting the help that I needed. So it's crazy that, it's not crazy. Let me stop saying that. It's amazing to me how mental health is still something that a lot of folks have a tough time dealing with. And if we do talk about it, we talk about it candidly with someone that we can trust.
Barely.
Well, no, I'll say it took me. I can openly admit I've been in counseling since the age of 12. I'm 47 now, so you can walk away from it and think you have, and that's the thing amongst young folks. Mental health is never conquered. It's with you. You just find ways to manage it. And some of the ways
that's what you're supposed to do. It's not supposed to change your life.
No.
You're meant to. Okay, I tell this to everyone. Okay, your life is not changeable. Okay? Change is not changeable. What people need to stop doing is detrimenting themselves when they hear that word. So change that word and use adjustable. Think of your life as a belt, and you are adjusting your weight to fit your pants, which is your reality. All right? So when you go on a diet, don't feel as if you need to change your entire wardrobe and spend thousands of dollars on all these new clothes that you don't even know if you're going to fit into them yet.
Yep, and end up in Goodwill.
Right. Or in the trash. Or in the back of your closet for the next 15, 20 years while you're still trying to get your diet changed.
Right. You got to make the adjustments.
Right. So what does a belt can do? A belt can adjust your life to what you are comfortable with. It doesn't hurt you. It won't hurt you. Because that's what's crippling to America. America, once they hear change, it's like, my whole life. Oh my God. It doesn't have to be that.
Everybody hates change. I understand change is tough for a lot of folks, but once you get yourself in the right mindset and you sit down and you start to get that big, you get the little picture. Then that little picture turns into a medium-sized picture. Then you get the big picture. And you begin to buying in to the change. And
but you just want to adjust.
Hold on. Let me read this comment. Mr. Trillionaire Mindset. Mental health and being someone who is a habitual bad choice maker are two different things. People have to know the difference between the two.
Here's the thing. People do. But there's a difference between knowing the difference and comprehending the two difference. Just because you know something doesn't mean that you comprehend it. Just like a word. Just because you know a word doesn't mean you're using it correctly. So you got to do your own research, but that thrives from you. That thrives from you if you want to be a better person.
Yep. No, he just said, Sean just said people use mental health as an excuse. Yeah, a lot of folks do. I've seen a lot of folks use it as a crutch to get themselves out of shit. And when you present to them, oh, okay, well, look, you need to go to counseling. You need to do A, B, and C. No, they rather sit and be in this toxic stew that they created for themselves and not understand why people are distancing themselves.
Because misery loves company.
Yep, exactly, Sean. Same as toxic. And there's a lot of shit that you got to unpack too. When we start talking about mental health and giving people an outlet, I think that's one of the biggest things. Is a lot of folks fall prey to their habits, which contributes to their mental health because they don't have that outlet.
Mm-hmm.
And you start. What up, Crow? When you give someone that outlet, for me as a teenager, I had football that became my outlet. Off season, I started to lift weights, do different things. I had more than just going to counseling on Thursday nights. So having those outlets helped out. It helped out. So I think
everyone used to ask me like, what is my hobby? I work a lot because I do a lot of marketing. So I'm a stay-at-home mom. Okay, well, here, let me just throw in the little black back burner. Side note, I was a nail technician for 20 years. So yes, I've seen my fair of feet. No, I don't like your feet. Yes, your feet stink. Majority of y'all don't take care of your feet and it's gross. Okay? Go get a regular pedicure. Thank you. Thank you very much, honey. Come here. Come here. I fix your feet for you. Okay? No problem. Honey, come here. Let me tell you. I tell you how to get your feet beautiful. Okay? I take care of you all day. Yes. Mike is looking at laugh. I know Mike wants to die laughing right now.
Bing. Yo, but everyone's got to have that outlet.
Right. And so everyone would be like, so what is your outlet? My outlet is when I get to talk to somebody and they have no idea what kind of fetish is their feet fetish. That's a good question. Because there's levels to this. And people do not understand. There's like a certain level to this. But it's also because it's also a mental thing too. It's obviously a mental thing as well too. And a lot of people don't understand. I really do what?
No, my man Crow, he said you sound just like his wife.
Oh, is she Asian? Is she Viet?
He'll let me know in a minute, but he's over there laughing. He thinks it's funny.
Yeah. And especially when they try to get on you and they yelling at you and they tell you stuff like gotta go take out the trash or they want to go shopping. Like, oh my God, their conversation it's very, very funny.
Yep.
You take me shopping. I go buy new Louis Vuitton. Where you go? Ooh. I go with you. Honey, come here. Come here.
But you know what's funny? Because that shopping is retail therapy. People call it retail therapy, But it over here, like Sean and I have talked about Mr. Trillionaire Mindset. We talked about, like, I learned something new a couple of years ago. And that was one of my outlets is cryptocurrency. Mm-hmm. It's cool because I'm learning something new about it every day. Also it took me outside of my comfort zone, so I learned something new.
Of course.
And also 2 years ago, starting up a podcast. This took up a whole lot of stress.
Yeah, I'm about to go on my whole stress level of like, and I'm kind of sitting here like, I hope everybody's about to get ready because my middle finger to everyone is about to be extremely personal and contagious. So I do apologize first for offending everyone because I'm on a roll. I want this business. I can taste it. And I know that it is going to be massive for just for men. Not, and I'm not even talking about, oh, you got to be black, you got to be white. No, you just gotta want to be better. You just want to see a thriving generation that is not so
Say it.
so fucked up in the head that they don't even know what the fucking difference between, Rugrats and Hey Arnold. I understand that. Do you know the fact is that, like, I was watching a TV show called Found, and I was like, yeah, you know that girl that played Veronica on Shameless? They're like, yeah, I know of her. Yeah, you know the guy that she ends up kidnapping? Yeah, he played Zach on Saved by the Bell.
Right.
What is that? Where is Saved by the Bell? I've like never heard of it.
Some folks,
And I'm like, okay. And then of course they're just like, oh, you don't know who Rick and Morty is? They're like, yeah, they're on Cartoon Network after dark. Yo, man, don't even talk to me about Cartoon Network after dark, okay? That ain't even Cartoon Network after dark.
That's just that's really Adult Swim.
Right. That is no. Dude. But yeah, no, but I'm really excited for this because I also want to. My other adventure is that I want to do a podcast for veterans.
Okay, that's what's up.
Which is, I want veterans, to come on and talk about their war stories, their history, any type, just their first time flying, and what it did to them and how did it change them after coming back from the war. I think that this will help them with their morals and getting them back together and everything like that. And I have a perfect name for it too, which is amazing. Amazing. It's gonna, like, the podcast is gonna be called War Me Out.
Yeah, when you told me that, I was like, wait a minute. That's why I actually said, okay, we're talking about WARME. Okay, yeah.
War, WAR, War Me Out.
And I got to say this to anyone that's viewing this. True loves to play on. It's a play on words, and she will hit you with that and make you say, wait a minute. What'd you just say? Oh, okay, I got it now.
Yep. So that's also how I came up with the FEET,
Bingo.
Bureau of Intelligence. FEET could mean your feet. It means your feet, but it means that, it takes you everywhere, but also means to be featured. You're featured. Who are we featuring you? We are featuring the intelligence that you are about to feed onto the world. And that's what I need you to do. If you have somebody that is in small business, that needs a photographer, that needs a marketing promoter or something like that, you can go into the entire platform, put it on and be like, hey, I'm in this area. I need some help. If anybody got information about this, and this, please reach out to me. Everyone is always talking about, let me help you out, but they never really do.
A lot of lip service.
Yeah, they like to do a lot of smack talking, so it's very difficult. But you don't wanna tell them, you don't want to discourage them from, like, trying to help or anything like that. But it's difficult when you hear the same thing. It's like you hear the same thing over and over and over again, and it's like it gets to the point where I don't really care what you say. Let me see. Let's see if you do it. It's funny because somebody had asked me today, they're like, so do you think I can, like, maybe take you out on a date? You know what I told them? If you show up. If you actually show up, then yes. You may. Right. Because all I'm hearing is this. And then guess what he ends up telling me? Oh, yeah, I'm going to, like, it's going to have to wait until I come back from West Virginia, which is in November.
Why even put it out there?
Oh, Like, okay.
What?
So now I'm subjected to have to wait for some food. That's okay. You have a good time though, my friend. Have a good day.
Oops, almost knocked us off.
It's very, very funny. It's very funny, especially
Well,
in the youth community.
I'll say this too about myself. My follow through at one point in time sucked. It sucked, and a lot of it stemmed from straight up, just to be totally honest, was my attitude. My attitude towards shit. Well, I get it done when I want to get it done.
Right.
You know, you're not going to tell me when I need to have it done. I'm going to do it when Mike says it's going to be done.
Right.
And you find out that when you start doing, you get into ventures like podcasting and what you're about to embark on, you can't have that attitude. Today, I give you a prime example. So last night I had a conversation with this cat I know from the barbershop. And we were talking about, yeah, man, let's go, yo, Mike, let's take the podcast to different places. I'm like, okay, let's link up tomorrow and let's make it happen. So I call him at 11:34. No answer. Called him back at noon time when I originally said I was going to call him. No answer. So I said, okay, I'm going to start my laundry. Then I said, you know what, Mike, let's go hit a couple of these places by yourself. Because you know what? I'm the face of my business.
Mm-hmm.
I am becoming the attraction, the main feature. So when I come, these proprietors, managers, et cetera, they're like, hey, Dad, that's my guy. So I did go to a cigar lounge today.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked, the manager wasn't there, but the young lady that was working there, I said, hey, look, I have a podcast. I like to come talk to the manager. And she was like, oh my God, he has his own, but it'd be great for you to come on and talk about us. And we can talk about cigars. And I'm going to hold on. I got to do it. This is your time. We're promoting everybody though. So Sticks and Stones. This is my homegirl, Wanda Hernandez. If anybody ever went and saw the interview that we did a couple of months ago, this is her brand. These are her cigars. So as I told the young lady, I'll bring him a sample. He can test it out. But I looked at it like this. It's a win-win on both fronts. So you can sit around and wait for somebody. You're gonna miss out an opportunity because why? You didn't put your feet on the ground. You wait for somebody else to put their boots on the ground. Can't be that way.
Yeah, and then when they get upset when somebody defeated them in their own game.
Nah, I ain't got time. Look, as I say, I ain't got time to play the crime lieutenant. Do you got time to play the crime lieutenant? I don't.
That's why I would like. That's why this platform is so important, because it's really going to teach men to really humble yourself down when it comes to your fellow men. Honestly, because remember, Mike, how we talked about this? We're like, who do you think will feel like, everyone is always talking about, who's got the bigger dick?
Because you know what? If you get mature men in the room who were like, look, fellas, you can put your dick away because first and foremost, she ain't going to stuff all 12 inches up in her. Calm down. Mr. 6-inch lover over here, put your shit away too because look, your shit shriveled. Put your shit away, fellas. This is something for us. Go back. Once again, it comes down to, as you just said, men checking each other.
It's not even about that too. And then the other thing was that, how men love to big talk, big game, big talk,
Wolf tickets.
Oh yeah. And then when it happens, you kind of just sit there and you're like, oh, so you're not really a big thing at all. Okay. All right. So your self-entitlement is what? Okay. Right.
Right. And my man Crow just hit the nail on the head. He said, "Get to know the brain of a queen first." I think that's that. Oh man, this is one of the things I think that gets men in trouble, because men, it's funny. I was watching something that Fat Man Scoop had posted on his page. He was talking about how men are visual creatures. We see the visual, we see the physical form first. Then, we eventually get to know the mental aspect, the mental makeup of the person that we're with. In some cases, you might have known the person for years. You've been around them, so you know what they are. You know what they're about mentally before you even get to the physical part. So there's a lot of stuff that plays into it. But I like what you're creating and what you're representing and what you're going to bring to what you're going to bring to the world. You're making it happen.
I am. I'm so excited because it kind of involves women in a
Mm-hmm.
way, but I don't have women actually being involved in it. Because it's still a feet world that I'm representing, the feet community and everything like that. I'm still giving that kink world a little taste. So, of course, you guys know the FBI, they have the FBI's most wanted list. True's got her most wanted feet. So the thing is that everyone would be able, not everyone, but all the VIPs that actually, so there's two different startup. There's, because of this, there's standard startup fee, which is $9.99 a month. And then the other one, which is the MVP, which is you get everything, knickknacks, you get, oh yeah. I'm spoiling y'all, man. Y'all don't understand how much stuff that I really put into this. Thinking wise and trying to prophesize for not just you but for me and for everybody else too, to learn. It's a learning curve, it's a learning lesson, it's a teaching method and everything like that. It doesn't just teach young men how to be gentlemen, but it also teach the wiser gentlemen to be a wiser older man. And let me ask you this, the men in here that with kids, would you much rather see your daughter with a gentleman than with some scrub? And here's the thing. Y'all men can sit there and talk about your daughter's boyfriend like he ain't worth shit. He can't do this. Blah, 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 blah. So why not teach him?
Well,
Why not groom your groom? Why not groom your groom?
I think that's, some men have it. Some men make sure that, no, I taught you better than that. That's not, you don't want to go over there. Yep, I know you like the bad boy, but trust me, down the road, it ain't going to be that nice. It ain't going to be that sweet. You keep overlooking the guy that you call a square. Well, that square is going to be pretty much well to do, because you know why? He keeps his nose out of trouble. He don't go looking for the trouble.
And if he does, he wants to resolve it.
Yeah, right.
In a way that won't hurt him, you
right.
know.
In
but
a very
at
reasonable
the,
way.
but at the same time, that's why I kept saying that we talk about how these men, these guys, these boys are not what we like we would see.
Mm-hmm.
Then why can't you be their role model for them to see?
In other words, what you're building is a gentleman's club to have the older men who have common sense to show the younger men the right path.
Right. On how to do business, how to build,
networking
successfully, because at the end of your life, all you want is your own home, safety, protection, your family, love and happiness, your business, wealth, and providence.
Yeah. What most folks really want in the end anyway.
Right.
That sense of security.
Exactly. So I don't see, and you have that ability. Don't diss yourself and make your ability and become a complete disability.
Oh man.
Okay?
Well, I gotta say, this has been a hell of an interview. It's been pretty. This is a dope one. This is one of I'll just say this before we get out of here. When I decided to get back into what up, Robin? My brother Robin just joined here. Um, when I decided to get back into doing interviews, I said, okay, Mike, let's start finding people who are not just interesting, but really got a plan. And so far, everyone I've interviewed since I've been back into doing interviews, they got something going for themselves. They're finding that light at the end of the tunnel, and I love seeing where everybody's going. I love the direction that you're going. I got my brother Sean's got a clothing line.
Yeah.
That he's been working on, and I understand. You know what? As he told me, I want to do this, but it's got to be done the right way.
Yes.
I'm not going to give the folks some crappy shit.
No.
And I'm still over here. Look, give me a damn sweatsuit just so I can
get out.
Yes, and because here's one thing we talk about networking. I'm all about promoting.
Yes.
So when I step out, now now that the plan has been out, the plan's revealed. Promote you.
It's TFBI.
And you know what? And and the thing is, have the criteria, have it all written out, so everyone that.
I even got a badge logo made and everything. It's already been made. The whole thing has been made and has been set and everything like that. It actually looks really cool, so I'm really, really excited.
Yeah, because folks, I've seen the badge, that'd be you know what? Gotta get some T-shirts printed up because that's a shirt that I definitely want.
But see, here's the thing. So with the shirt being printed up, I'll print it up and then I'll give it to everyone. But when you guys actually go and join the membership and actually pay for the membership, your member number actually gets printed on the badge of the shirt and everything like that. So then when you walk out, that's your identity.
That's pretty dope.
And then on top of that, I'm doing where to earn a level or to earn your rank, I'm doing this whole FBI as an FBI style. You want to be a detective, a deputy, a lieutenant, all that. You have to give back to the community. You have to earn. Nothing in this world will ever be given to you for free without something lurking above your head beside you or any of that. So therefore, in order to earn a rank, you gotta do something for the community. You gotta give back. I don't care what it is, whether it's to do shout out, whether it is to make a phone call, have an hour conversation with somebody that doesn't understand what's wrong with his kid. Talk to somebody that's having maybe a husband and wife crisis. Lend an ear to your fellow kinship. I'm telling you, your one little thing can save a life. And it's not even just yours. They can only not just save a life, but they can save a soul.
I love that. That is dope. That's a hell of a. I can tell you thought about that. I can tell you just the wheels when we were talking about the other day, I could hear the wheels turning. I was like, this is something that she's been working on for a minute. And and it goes back to a lot of the stuff that when Sean and I were going live a lot over the last 2 years, we have been talking about having an actual business plan and being able to execute it. Because a lot of folks, they talk. Here, you just laid out the groundwork.
Mm-hmm.
And what I like about it is too, because some folks they're gonna watch this and oh my God, it's some foot fetish shit. No, if you open up your ears and listen to what the young lady's telling y'all, it's all about mental health, giving men a safe space that is created for them.
Yes.
Not
this place is not meant for you to come up and be like, I just made 100,000K. All y'all motherfuckers can kick my ass. Blah 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 blah. No, it's not a place for you to boast.
Nah.
No, it's not a place for you to boast. This is a place for you to humble yourself and understand that sometimes when you go to bed at night, your soul cries.
Mm.
It's just as lonely as everybody else.
And you know what? And let's wrap it up on that. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have
Thank
to
you,
do,
Mike, so much for having me on today. It's been amazing. It's been
well,
a blast.
come back.
Please keep an eye out. It's not happening soon, but it's definitely in the works right now because literally just thought of something. So this is going to be taken off somewhere in 2024 and everything like that. So definitely keep an eye out. But as soon as I get the t-shirts printed, Mike,
I will be there.
Lieutenant Mike, Deputy Mike, Sheriff Mike, Chief Inspector Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, you will have your own true FBI.
I can dig it. I can dig it. See.
Oh, and I didn't even tell you something funny, but I even made a feat of allegiance pledge.
See, this is why it when you have fun doing what you love doing, everybody starts to see it in a different light. You know?
I have a feat of the allegiance where you gotta, like, when you pass it, yes, it's orientation. I pledged my, my allegiance to the feet, to all the souls around America, in which nation that I stand, one soul, 10 toes, indivisible, pristine, and smell greatness for all.
See, this is why, you know what? This is what brings me back to wanting to do this even more, because now the energy is beautiful. Energy is beautiful. I got beautiful people in here watching. I got my manager's in here watching. My brother Sean, Robin, my brother Spoon, Crow, my cousin Troy's up in here. Yeah, we got some good people in here.
Yes.
This might not be their thing, but when you get people who got a business mind,
you know what? Honestly, it's a business mind, and if you need a photographer or so, I'm actually one.
Okay.
So don't even think that because I'm a feet model, these little pretty things over here, all right? Okay. Just an FYI. Okay. I also do marketing. I do programming. I do digital designs as well. So it's a huge thing. It's a huge thing. So also make sure you guys please follow both my pages, which is True Soulmates and Team True 637 on Instagram. And I'm on live all the time.
Yep.
Every day.
What's up,
and we talk about everything.
Hey, you know what? I'm glad you, because this goes back to now you saw my live the other day. I went completely off.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say, because I'm on live. I said it this morning. I went live. When you have a podcast and you have a phone, anywhere can be a spot where you want to talk about something. So this nondescript had the nerve to say something to my brother Sean about might be going live from everywhere. He be on the street corner. Now, pardon my French. You raggedy so and so. I mean, you gotta face that. You gotta face that only a pork chop could love. But you're gonna talk about how I go live. I'm sorry, I'm on a meme page. When we started going live a couple of years ago, we told everybody, look, this ain't a game. This is business.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't like the business that we have growing over here, go do your thing. Go live. Go do your meme pages. Go do all that shit, because we are not. Look, everybody wants to laugh and joke, but you're broke.
Right.
If you're not about trying to get yourself up out of your situation, then we can't talk. There's no reason for us to even remotely be acquaintances on IG or in life, period?
Just fly away.
Well, yeah, that weight got jettisoned off the
Yeah.
plane.
Because you know what I call them? That's what I call them. Anybody, like, especially people on my page and like that comes on and they always ask for things. I call them birds. Because you know why? Cheap, cheap.
They got beggar's grip, hand
Right.
out all the time.
No, but all they want to do is cheap, 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 cheap,
Mhm.
everything. Ask for everything, but be cheap, 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 cheap. But got the nerve to pick.
Yep.
But you still broke. But you wanted to pick. But you just so cheap. Yeah.
Sometimes, look, I don't know if you remember the movie White Men Can't Jump. He said,
It was just on HBO.
Well, the original one or the new one?
The original one.
Okay, so you remember when Willie said, "Hey, look, I'm taking you to flight school. I'm dropping you off at the second floor. I'm going to the penthouse." That's my attitude. I'm dropping you. You know what? You can't even get on the plane, so I'm going to crush you right here on the tarmac, and we going to take off 30,000 feet. We're going to touch down somewhere, but you won't be there.
Right.
You know.
He's our homie.
So, but this has been a blessing. We must do this again.
Thank you so much for even like.
Because I got
taking the time or having me on here. It's been great.
Come on. We talked about this before. Now we made it come to fruition, and we're here.
Yes.
But I got a hell of an idea for the next one. I got a hell of an idea because I got a couple of people I definitely want to invite on.
Oh, definitely.
To be either to come on this aspect of it. I don't know. I'm still playing with this app to see how many guests I can have and who I can add to the audience. So DLC, we're gonna talk in a minute. That's my manager. So Sean, we gotta talk in a minute because I business.
I know everyone is like, and the thing is that I do have someone that works that was a manager on the Gillette, the protractor and everything like that.
Yeah.
He actually works with them for like 12 years. So he's going to try to get them to come and sponsor or talk to me into partnership because that.
Let me see.
It talks about Old Spice. It's talking about shaving cream. It's talking about deodorant. It's talking about men's beard and everything like that. So the site, honestly, is going to be running around. Also, you guys know that November is coming up. That also is beard month for men. So, like, it's also good for hygiene to be, to groom your beard.
Speaking of which, because I got to do it because I'm on the live and it's going into this podcast, this interview right here. Talk about business women in the business world. Another good person that I rock out with. She has a wonderful line of beard care products.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Better Beard Botanicals. That's B_B_botanicals. Go to her page on Instagram. You can, all you gotta do is hit the link. You can order the beard soap, and it also comes with a nice moisturizing oil for your beard. Keeps it looking nice and silky. It has that sheen to it. And also, I gotta plug it too. Fellas, if your beard is patchy and it looks like that old sandlot football field that your granddad used to play on, you know what I'm talking about. Go hit up my homegirl Feather at Better Beard Botanicals. Hit the link because the beard oil, it helps your beard grow in all those areas that ain't growing. So your field won't be incomplete.
Okay, you know what? This winter,
there you go. So go check out Better Beard Botanicals.
There you go.
And fellas and ladies, I know winter time's coming, but you got to keep your dogs looking right. You can't tell your woman that you want her to go out and get a pedicure and walk around the house with the feet looking all good and your feet look like.
Okay, Velociraptor. Okay. Right. It's like when you know how when they're trying to hide from those raptors in the movie, and all you heard
Sean,
was their nails.
hey, hey,
Their
hey,
nails.
Sean, if you're still in here, Sean, tomorrow morning, I know you. If you're available, conference call. Conference call. But have a good night, brother, man. Get that rest.
But everybody, thank you so much. It's been a blast. It's been an
Yes.
amazing time. It's been wonderful for giving me the opportunity to come on and so much give advocate to this new platform. So be on the lookout next year. Probably 2024 going to 25 is definitely going to be the biggest marketing, venture that I'm doing, and this is going to be the biggest deal. So I do hope you guys keep a lookout, keep the support, keep the love, and keep the mental down.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Peace out, everyone.
Well, that was a hell of an interview. I want to say thanks to everyone that joined the live tonight. And told you that this guy's back. I'm back. Back like I never left. So have a good night. I want to say thanks for everyone that joined. Yes, it was amazing. I want to say to Crow, Sean, DLC, Robin, Aspen, you were in here for a minute. I don't know who else is left in here. Miss Guerrero, what's good? Long time no hear from. Crow, you still in here, brother? Thank you for joining. I know you always try to get on the lives, man. I know you're a busy man. I know you're also on that West Coast time too, brother. But appreciate everybody. Appreciate everyone that came out tonight, joined. Really great. Go check out True. She told you, that right there, that's an amazing mind. Business. And just the whole everything she talked about tonight, creating a platform and a safe place for men to grow and enhance. Bro, and Crow, man, I appreciate you checking in. And anyone that's watching this is wondering, who am I talking to? Well, I'm on Instagram as well, at Analytical Concepts. Analytical_concepts. Now, don't ask me to go spelling it. I know how to spell it. You need to learn how to spell it. So the page I put the page back to being public, so anybody can jump on there, but act like you got some gosh darn sense, okay? If I remove you, that means I just don't trust you. I don't like your energy. But everybody, much love to everybody, and appreciate you all. Thank you for coming out, and I'll rap at you all later. And also now I can continue on with this. Got a couple of more minutes to go here. Got some good stuff coming up. Got some things in the works. I'm gonna promote this one more time. She was on the podcast. I interviewed her at Sticks and Stones. Sticks and Stones Cigars. You can go to the website. The email is Wanda Lee at Sticks Stones Cigars. And the Sticks is STIXXX StonesCigars.com. I will put this up on my Instagram page so y'all can go check it out. Go get yourself some of these premium cigars. Matter of fact, let me get the other one out. Take the time out to show y'all what you get. So this is the package that it comes in. This is the sample pack. It comes with 4 cigars. And see it? I like how it's packaged too, because it also this freshness. So you have a couple of them in here. We got a couple. I haven't opened them up yet, but save it. So I'm gonna let you know the Migiante and probably my Spanish, because brother don't really speak Spanish. The Amor, I can't. But look, this is what you get. So I'm gonna share these. I'm gonna take these somewhere, because I'm also all about promoting other people. Hey, even if you don't promote me, I'm gonna promote you, because you know why? That's what I do. So work with me here, folks. Yes. And this is going to build. We're going to build this podcast up. We're going to get it to somewhere where I can have a studio one day and be able to come in there and have space and do what I got to do. And Evan did make his appearance on here, so it was all good. Thank you once again, and talk to you later. Till the next one.